up? Welcome back to the Black Barbershop. It's your boy Gotti, and I'm in here with my nigga Ace. What's the deal, my nigga Ace?
It's the best barber in all the land, and thank y'all for tuning in to another week of the Black Barbershop.
Man, so we got some great topics today. Today, we are going to have Who Needs a Lineup, and after Who Needs a Lineup, we're actually going to be touching on some topics that's pretty hot right now in media. But before we start, man, I've been having a fucked up day today, Ace. I'm not feeling it today, bro. I'm just like going through this phase right now where I'm blaming myself for everything. As y'all know, I walked in, my energy was gone, trying to get my energy back up. Like, what do you do when you have days like this, bro?
You need a Percocet.
I need a perk?
No.
My nigga said I need a perk. I'm gonna pop a perk.
You need a real life chill pill, bro. You all over the place, you know what I'm saying? And you blaming yourself for shit that's
out of my control.
Out of your control, bro, you know?
I hate when shit is out of my control. I'm one of them people that feel like I should have some kind of say-so or have some kind of power on something that's gonna be happening for me, but it's just not happening today. You said you was having
Do you listen to a lot of music, bro?
I listen to the same shit, so sometimes it's kind of one of those things where I have fun with the shit that I listen to, but then I know what I'm gonna listen to, so I don't even listen to it, if that makes sense.
That nigga Fabulous got a song called Cold Summer.
That shit sound cool?
It's a banger.
I gotta hear that shit now.
He say spilled milk get wiped up. We don't weep around here.
Ooh!
Yeah. That's a
I'm gonna have to listen to that. That sounds like a bar right there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, fuck it. I'm feeling better. I'm in here with my nigga. This is my therapist right here.
Yes,
I'm in here with Big Bro. He be having me turned lit. And we in here with our assistant, Holly. Holly just took a drink of some Hennessy. She looked like she finna throw up. You alright?
It's not Hennessy.
That's that peach fireball.
Yeah, she just had some peach fireball. Yeah, that's different.
My boy said hit the beach, zone out.
That's some southern shit.
I like that.
Hey, I'm gonna hit the beach, man, but I got kids and shit. I gotta take them with me. It's a lot of shit to take with me when I'm on the beach with them. I'm trying to go to the beach solo. I gotta give me an off day.
Isn't that the bathroom your private time?
Yeah, but then it's one of them things where it's like...
Hey, girls don't believe that.
It is.
Girls don't believe that the bathroom is private time.
I just said it. I agree.
The bathroom is private time?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about that one.
Like when you...
I don't even think men be in the bathroom that long. No, it is a private place, but I don't be in the bathroom that long.
I do.
I can't be in the bathroom that long.
You gotta make sure it's gone, you know what I'm saying? Before you get out of the mood, you gotta get light, you know what I'm saying?
This nigga talking about some way out other shit.
You gotta get light, and then you gotta read your newspaper, which is your phone.
That's crazy.
You gotta read your newspaper.
I'm low-key trying to invest in an office, so I'm trying to move soon.
Hey, I just thought about something.
Yeah.
Right? So if a man was taking the number 2, right? And he was sitting in there and he was reading the newspaper while he was taking the number 2, nobody would think nothing of it. Right?
Nothing of it.
But people don't really read newspapers no more because everything news-wise is at the palm of your hand. So if a man take his phone in the bathroom, that's a bad thing.
Well, it's not really. It's not really.
Suspicious, and you think he doing something.
Think he cheating or something?
Yeah. They think he cheating. They think he got something to hide. It's like, nah, I'm just reading my newspaper. That's it.
I feel it.
It's under there. It's like a little circle.
Well, I mean, all I'm gonna say is I do need some private time. I low-key need a vacation more than private time.
You should meditate.
Yeah, but meditating for me don't really.
No, that's what
in
you
a
need,
shower
bro.
with a candle.
That's what you need, bro. For real.
Lights off.
You need a vacation, bro.
I need a vacation because y'all naming shit that I do, but it's every day.
Every time shit start going like this for me, I'm in vacation mode in my mind. Even if I don't say it, it's like I need to get the fuck out of here.
But you know what it is? This is really what it is. I need some getaway time because when I wake up and I know I'm somewhere else, I don't have shit to do.
Right.
I feel like when I'm here, I'm accessible. I have kids.
You won't go. Yeah.
I can't sit
It's funny
still.
because that's the same shit my girl was saying. The change of environment, but that's a different thing. I'm glad I got you here drinking though. I'm glad I got my nigga here drinking.
This nigga got me taking.
He bent off that yak.
Got me taking a cup today, but you know what? Let's go into Who Needs a Lineup. So Charles Barkley says Georgia University named the mascots after the women in the state. All right, so I didn't really touch on this story. I didn't see it. I haven't been watching any type of TV this week.
So the Georgia, the college Georgia, they mascot is a bulldog.
Yeah.
And he said they named their mascot after the women in the state. So basically, was saying that the women in the state of Georgia look like bulldogs.
That's a bar, though.
Do Charles Barkley need a lineup?
Charles Barkley don't never need a lineup, bro.
I'm gonna get Charles Barkley a lineup. I'm tired of this nigga, bro.
You tired of Charles?
I'm tired of this nigga for real.
You know, got pass the ball to Kobe, get the ball, shot the ball to the basket.
I'm tired of this nigga, bro. Especially in the state where you know it's black excellence and predominant. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say predominantly black, but you know, black excellence is in Georgia, and you know, it's a lot of black women out there doing their thing. And you saying they look? I'm pretty sure you're not saying white women look like bulldogs. You get what I'm saying? I feel like that was a shot towards black women, and so I'm on his ass about that, and I'm giving Charles Barkley a lineup, my nigga.
I'm gonna give him a lineup, but at the same time, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say Charles Barkley be saying some shit that other people don't want to say though. That's why I fuck with him. I think he says the shit that's uncomfortable, and people think that because like I don't know if you ever seen the interview that he had with Donovan Mitchell when he basically told Donovan Mitchell like you're good but you're never gonna win a championship. Like he said that to him.
He said that?
Yeah, he said that to him in an interview live on TV.
Because I know Shaq said some shit like that to Donovan Mitchell too.
You know what? It might have been Shaq.
Yeah, Shaq said some shit like that to Donovan Mitchell. He said you're good, but I don't think you're a superstar. Like
no, he did say that it was Shaq, but Charles Barkley made a statement to another player. I don't know why I can't think about it right now, and that's not exactly what he said, but he said something around the lines, right? And then he was just like, oh, he was talking to Damian Lillard. He said something to Damian Lillard, and Damian Lillard just looked in camera and was like, okay,
right,
like literally, okay, like that's what you think, that's what you think. But I like what Charles be saying. It be shit at the moment, niggas saying at home. Like he say nigga shit, that's niggas say at home.
I don't fuck that nigga, bro. If anything, if I feel like you coming, cause I'm pretty sure. I mean, you seen Charles Barkley's daughter, so I'm pretty sure that I'm not gonna say pretty sure because I'm not 100% factual, but I think that he had a baby by a white woman. You get what I'm saying? What happened?
The homie out there.
But I'm pretty sure he had a baby by a white woman. And that's what I think in itself is a problem. You get what I'm saying? Because I be feeling like bro don't be liking black people sometimes with the shit that he said.
I mean, altogether, Charles Barkley, I fuck with him, but in that case, yeah, he disrespecting women, and you know, it's a whole state. Damn, bro, Georgia though, that's a cold dude, bro.
He talking about black women, bro. I'm telling you.
I was just thinking about that because I'm saying Georgia is in Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta is in Georgia, so that's deep for him to say that.
And I'm not even
line up.
But it's like, you talking about? I just don't think he talking about white women when he say that. So I'm taking offense to that, my nigga.
All right, so let's move to so we both giving him a lineup. Let's move to the next subject of conversation. Justin Bieber rocking dreadlocks. Man, I'm gonna be 100. Justin Bieber's last 2 albums was different, and it was different in a way of saying like I know he finding himself. Mm-hmm. This goes along to say why he might be doing the stuff he's doing. I personally feel like he's going through a stage in his life where he's growing spiritually. I think he's understanding what's his purpose in life because, you know, he's been a star since he's been probably 10 years old. And I think this is a different time in his life and he's starting to realize that he does resonate more with the culture of Christianity because that's kind of what he's going towards when I listen to his music. But it's not completely Christianity because he does say that God is a woman in his music, right? Mm-hmm. But he's aiming towards that level of conversation because he always is in the name of Jesus, you know, pray all that in his music. I don't know if you heard his new album.
I haven't heard this.
It's called Freedom, and he got an album called Justice. But yeah, man.
Do we feel the same way about Justin Bieber for rocking dreadlocks that women feel about when white women get braids? Because for some reason they hate that shit.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't give a fuck either. I don't care what nobody do what they hear. Yeah, I don't care if people want to decide to act black or they identify more with black. Right. I don't feel like it's a problem with that, and let me tell you why. Because I know a lot of people is probably gonna get on my head.
Right.
Because I know that in society they're still gonna be viewed as white.
Right.
But the reason why I don't see a problem with that is because this person cannot help how they feel.
They can't.
You get what I'm saying? So if I feel like I identify more with black people than my own people, then I feel like as a person and as an individual, you should be able to express that without nobody getting mad at you.
I mean, I agree. I'm not gonna disagree with that at all. I personally feel like I fuck with Justin Bieber, bro. I'm a believer. So I'm a real believer, bro. That's why I just name dropped to his album. Which nigga 30 years old can do that? You feel me?
Right.
His song "Holy" with Chance is dope.
For sure. Who?
Peaches is dope.
Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, Chance the Rapper. He got a song called Peaches with Daniel Caesar and the new guy, I forgot his name, is Giveon. I like those songs. So I fuck with him, bro. I give him a pass.
I ain't never heard it. Am I gonna give Justin Bieber lineup for rocking dreads?
I'm not.
No. Do your thing, Justin.
All right. So Mahia Bryant, 15-year-old that got shot by the police officer while holding a knife, and she got shot 4 times. This is a difficult conversation for me because this is one of those things where I can be on my black shit, but I can see the situation differently just for the idea of how it occurred from the video that I watched. What I'm gonna do is say that I'm on the black side, and I'm gonna say the reason why is because that cop could have picked out a taser. That cop could have shot 1 time. That cop could have did a warning shot. That cop could have actually made it occur and tackled her. But he shot the young lady 4 times.
I really don't think a warning shot or a taser would have did anything.
But this is what I'm gonna say.
For a person that's swinging with a knife, I don't think
but let me
it would
explain.
do anything.
But let me explain to you exactly why I say that this is. Let me explain to you exactly why this is something I want you to occur. Yeah, let me explain to you exactly why I want you to understand why it was different. I think that when he came out and he seen the situation, the first thing that should have been in his mind was, let me grab a taser.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my first thing because of all this that's happening in the world. It could have been a taser.
But how close was he? Because tasers don't go that far.
Yeah, but I'm only speaking in reference to the last thing in your mind should have been to grab your gun. Because his gun was already out. I don't know if you realize that. His gun was already out. You get me? His gun was out. He shot the gun, which means that he was already in kill position. You get me?
4 times seems a little bit excessive.
No, but I'm speaking in reference to getting out of the car, knowing what situation that you're going into, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to think about what you're going to do. Why do you automatically think you have to kill somebody? You get me? He knew what was happening. You get me? I'm not saying he knew who was the person he was going for, but he knew what kind of situation that he was getting himself into.
Okay.
So I personally feel like he should have already been mentally aware that maybe I don't need to have my gun, but I need to have something to protect what's going on that's I'm going to be walking myself into.
Okay. So let me speak on this. If I get it as a police officer, right, I'm just trying to put myself in their shoes.
Right.
For this time.
Right.
Right, because this is not a situation like George Floyd where a nigga just deliberately put his knee on old boy's neck and just really just sat there until he was dead and time after. This is a different type of situation. So if I get a 911 call, right?
Right.
And I approach the scene.
Right.
And I come up to the scene. I'm not knowing who it was that called 911. You get what I'm saying? I don't know who it was that called 911. And when I pull up, I see an individual with a knife in their hand, looking like they getting ready to strike somebody.
Right.
I don't see how you pull a taser.
I'm gonna explain something to you though. I'm gonna explain something to you because I understand what you're saying.
One shot.
No, but
I don't think 4 though.
No, but I'm gonna explain something to you, and I'm gonna explain to you why I thought like this. When I first saw the video, I said, "Damn, that's cold," because she probably would have really stabbed her, right? That was the first thing I thought in my mind. I'm like, "Damn, she probably would have really stabbed her. Like that'd have been cold ass stab."
Right.
But what's sick about the situation is when you put it in a different frame view. What if the person was white? You get me? What if the person was white? And Dr. Umar said this on. Dr. Umar he presented this. He was just saying, how would this situation occur if the person was white, right? No, really think about this, because I know what you're telling me about how you would feel if you was in that scenario, right? But how would you approach that situation mentally thinking about it if that girl was white?
I think they would have shot her if the girl was white.
You think so?
I think they would have still shot her.
I don't think so.
Because you gotta think, bro.
I don't think so.
I'm a police officer. I pull up to the scene. Somebody call 911 and say that somebody is threatening them.
My nigga Boomer up in here. What's the deal,
what's
bro?
What's happening with you, man? I just come say what's up, man.
Man, we up in this thing recording.
Righteous. Or getting ready to jump her or whatever the situation is, somebody call 911. As a police officer, I pull up and the girl has a knife in her hand looking like she's getting ready to strike somebody.
Right.
I don't see no other situation but shoot.
All right, but let me explain something to you. This is exactly what I'm trying to say, because the perception that I understand is, okay, maybe I am not openly thinking about this because I'm black, right? This is me being realistic. Maybe I'm not openly thinking about it because I'm black, but I put myself in the shoe, right? And I said, hold on, let me take away all biases. Let me really think about if I was that cop, right? The first thing is, you have to be aware of what's going on around you in the world. Why would you automatically have your gun out when that comes? I mean, he had his gun out. He literally didn't go to his holster and grab the gun. The gun was out already when he got on the scene. So this is what I'm trying to say. You going into that situation, and not just that. As soon as you get there, you see that these are African American people that you're dealing with, right? Your first order of mentality is, I'm not gonna kill anybody. This is me telling you what I personally think should be happening. You should be walking in and saying, all right, let me see what I can do to de-escalate the situation. A gun? Just think about what I'm saying. A gun.
She had a weapon.
She had a weapon, but think about this. Did he see that weapon when he got on the scene?
I mean,
He had to. He had to.
I don't, because from my understanding, what made him shoot was the picture that I seen with the girl having a knife in
And she
her
was about to stab her.
hand,
Yeah, I seen
looking
that.
like she was getting ready. She had it back here, looking like she was getting ready to.
But
you
you
know
want to
what I'm
know?
saying?
But you want to know something too? I
Position,
can't say that I can't say that young lady would have lived. But I'm gonna put in 100. She had a better chance of living than this 15-year-old.
Yeah, because like I said, 4 shots, it seems like a little excessive. But
A little?
Yeah, it seems a little excessive. I do feel like he had to shoot though. You get what I'm saying? Because that's the only way that you stop somebody in that position. So say if I have a knife and I'm looking like I'm about to strike him, you're not gonna stop me from doing that with a taser, bro. And depending on how far away this cop was, the taser wasn't even gonna reach her. You had to shoot her. You have to shoot me in order to stop me from stabbing this dude.
Well, guess what, bro? I'm actually just not giving nobody a lineup in this situation because it's really a delicate situation, bro.
I was thinking more so of the community or her father or her mother.
We don't really know the story. That's all I can say.
Well, what they were saying was she was adopted. She was in a foster home, and some of the older foster kids who had got older and moved out the house came back into the house and was antagonizing the girl. You get what I'm saying? And that's how they got into the altercation. You know what I'm saying? It was some older foster kids.
That's hearsay. We don't really know, because my whole thing about that too is like, we really honestly can't say that cop had an option, like you just said, to just choose one. Obviously his mind was made up, and that's what I'm talking about. You get what I mean by that? Like, if you think about it, he didn't have an option,
went there to kill.
I personally feel like he went there to kill. That should be the last on your mind going into a situation like that, bro. That's just me. And I mean, that's how I perceive it. Because think about this. If you see a lot of cops go into any type of situation and they're used to it, right? They come into the hood, they deal with drug dealers, they deal with people that gangbang. They usually have a way of talking to you, right? They actually don't come in with no threat. I've seen this. I know they fuck with you, but they don't come in with no threat to kill you. Now, what I've seen in white communities, cops coming in and saying, how can I not get in trouble? I've seen cops come to Culver City, Brentwood. I've seen cops come in with the mindset, with full discussions too, not even alert on the scene. They're having discussions while they're walking in. Who know they could be talking about paying for private school, kids, whatever. They come in real comfortable. I've never seen a cop come into a situation in the hood like that. So my main thing is, cops know what they're doing when they come to the hood. So that cop came to a situation, knew what was going to happen, not know who though, and was ready to shoot already. That's some bitch shit.
So what I'm gonna ask you is this:
if I seen her about to stab her, you want to know what would have happened for me, bro? I'm being honest with you, because that's what she's gonna ask me, right?
Yes.
I was actually going to say, if she had a knife in her hand, the first thing that I would have done is I would have ran up to her and tried to get her before she stabbed her. I know that the situation occurred so fast, but that would have been my first mind. Because guess what's happening if I shoot that gun? Somebody is 100% going to get hit with that bullet. But guess what? This knife that I'm looking at, we can try to get an ambulance here. We can try to put some pressure on that wound.
Do you think
But
he
you're
knew?
still risking it.
who
You're
he
still
is
risking
shooting?
it. But think about what I'm trying to say mentally coming into this situation and you being in that predicament to choose. I don't want to kill. That's the first thing that should be in your mind. I don't want to kill.
I'm one of them people who honestly think that majority of officers don't show up to kill. I don't think that.
You went out of
I don't think they show up to a situation to kill people. Like, you have some officers who do. You get what I'm saying? You got some officers who be on bullshit. But especially if you get a 911 call from a woman, I don't feel like that officer was pulling up to that situation thinking like, I'm getting ready to go kill a 16-year-old girl.
Right.
I just don't think that was going on through his head. You get what I'm saying? But I just be feeling, because I watch movies and I think we all watch a lot of TV. It's just like if you're dealing with a hostage situation and you got a nigga with a knife and he got it to a hostage, you get what I'm saying? Your whole thing is you have time to negotiate, but in all actuality, you're not gonna risk him actually trying to cut that hostage.
Yeah,
You're gonna try to get him out of here before he can do that, right?
But think about that threat. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's a different kind of threat from you come. Because think about this. I really want you to think about why the cops are called in the hood. 9 times out of 10, we don't even call the police.
Was they in the hood?
No, I'm saying. I'm bringing a bad scenario to the situation. 9 times out of 10, do y'all call the police if some shit happened?
No.
The only time you gonna call the police is if your shit got stolen or somebody's shooting. Like, your shit got stolen in your house. You like, what the fuck? You gonna try to get a police report, or you might know who did it. You ain't gonna call.
That's like,
But I'm saying, so listen to this.
You get a police report for insurance purposes.
But listen to this. This is the coldest part. When we do call the police, you know what we usually call the police for? To have peace. We don't call the police to have the police come kill. We call the police to have peace. Most of the time we do.
Right.
So guess what white people call the police for? To get you in trouble. No, I'm just showing you the difference. To get you in trouble.
Yeah.
So guess what I'm trying to say? The police should already know that if they've been throwing through all these calls when they go to different areas. So why come to the hood to come kill? And when you go to the white neighborhoods, you go not to kill. But guess what you do 9 times out of 10 when you go to the white neighborhoods? You go just to be peaceful.
See, me, I think I'm looking at.
How do you reverse that though? Like, I'm trying to tell you, I'm not a cop, but I'm telling you what usually occurs. How can you have that in your mind that when you go to the hood, that niggas don't want peace?
Right. So what I think I'm asking you is, do you think? Because I think that the girl simply died and was shot simply because she had a weapon in her hand and was looking like she was getting ready to use it.
Well, you just spoke a lot too. I'm just saying you spoke a lot, and I'm only saying this because we know now she's a foster youth. She was getting antagonized. She could have been getting beat the fuck up.
But didn't she call the cops?
Yeah, she.
So do you think the cop knew that was her?
No, the cop didn't know. But I'm only saying.
No way that.
No, I'm only answering this question. I'm saying we don't know what she was going through, bro. Like, she a foster youth. She just got probably beat the fuck up.
I don't know. I just feel like it's a lot of people who diffuse situations like that. And you're a cop.
I feel like it was a lot of. I feel like it was a lot of grown-ups there, and that's why I'm asking.
Get that far.
And that's why I'm saying I'm asking. That's why I'm asking who really needs a lineup. I'm not even really asking as far as the police concerned, because I can tell you right now, he's not getting ready to do any type of jail time over this.
What? No.
It's the grown-ups that's in the situation. Even a foster mother was like, I didn't know that it was gonna go this far.
Well, you want to know what? Everybody deserve a lineup, bro. That's just me though. She shouldn't have died.
Right.
She should not have died.
At the end of the day, she shouldn't have, and she didn't have to, you know?
Like, this conversation really got deep for me because I had to think about something that's really serious. Like, racism is so bad, and I'm saying this because I'm on your side when it comes to an Ace, but I'm only showing you prospectively why I think the cops should have thought differently, right?
100%.
I'm gonna say racism is so fucked up now because in this mindset, we can't even really go off of just the situation itself. We're going off of what the community is actually bringing to the table for the cops to help us, bro. And that's sad. We're not talking about a situation that actually just occurred. We're actually talking about the ins and outs of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is important because of racism. It's real. I know if you got pulled over by the police in LA and pulled over by the police in Beverly Hills, where do you think you'll be more of a threat as?
I'm gonna be more of a threat in Beverly Hills.
And that's all I'm saying. If you know that and you can answer that, that tells you a lot.
You right.
But you know what? We don't give everybody a lineup. So let's go into the conversation and discussion for tonight. And I think it's very important. How important is to have a voice in your relationship?
Woo! That's just before we get to the actual. How important is it to have a voice in your relationship?
How is it though?
Do you think men can have a voice in a relationship nowadays?
If they didn't,
are we able?
If they dating a Hispanic girl, nobody want to hear that though. If a black man is dating a Hispanic girl,
they don't want.
They got a voice.
And white. No, and white.
No, I'm not
No,
gonna say white.
and white.
I'm not gonna say white.
You
know
crazy
why?
as hell.
No, let me explain why.
Them white women gonna let you have all the push you need.
No,
So black women don't let y'all have
I'm
pussy?
explaining.
You
I'm
talking to
explaining.
black?
Black women?
I'm explaining. I'm
That's all we gonna be with.
Hear him out, hear him out, hear him
I'm
out.
listening.
Because I have a.
I'm listening.
Listen, I have an African American fiance. I'm explaining exactly what
'Cause
I mean
I'm
by
like-
this. Because I'm talking about a full population compared to most, like women. When it comes down to Hispanic women, first of all, they're used to men running a household, so they're gonna give you the pants to wear, right? What I mean by white women, right? White women are gonna only respect you as far as your bread go. Now listen to me on that. I think white women I think white women are sexually attracted to black men, right? But when it comes down to you doing a lot of shit to them, you know what comes down to it? What can you bring to the table? Because they'll find another black dude. They're rich. So I'm only saying that to say like it varies for them. Now black women, let me
Are
make
we
this
just gonna
straight.
classify all white women as rich though?
No, I'm just gonna classify them as being upper class though. That's me classifying them.
So black women aren't upper class?
Let me explain.
I'm listening.
Let me explain.
I'm listening.
So let me go there. So
Yeah,
now let me go to my queens. Now let me go to my queens. Now this is my. But you asked me, right? Did you not ask me?
Yeah,
I'm
we
just
gonna
answering
let
the
you
question.
talk. You got the floor.
So now let me go to my queens. Let me clear it up, because I know most of y'all like, what? Where is this nigga going with this? What the fuck he talking about? He got me fucked up. So listen, black women aren't used to being in a situation where they trust a black man. So when they come into a relationship with a black man, now hear me out, because I'm speaking real psychology right now. They always have to make sure they know what that actual man can do for them before they actually fully commit and trust him. So first of all, you're not letting him come into a relationship having the pants on, because guess what you're doing? You're weighing out your options. You're seeing how this nigga is, who he is. Secondly, what I wanted to talk about with the upper class, middle class, let me explain that.
There's no such thing as middle class, but okay.
It's no such thing as middle class. So I'm gonna go there, because I wanted you to understand why I said
That's new
white
for
women.
me.
No, it's no
It's
middle
not.
class, because I'm explaining. There's no
Rich
middle
or
class,
poor.
bro. You either rich or
Rich or
poor.
poor.
So let me go there.
No,
The reason
I
why.
definitely don't agree with that.
Okay, so
How?
you said how?
What's middle
How the fuck
class?
are you rich or poor? You know what rich is?
We know what poor is.
We know what poor is, but I'm saying niggas like
There's no such thing as a middle class, because let me
you
explain
gotta
why.
think, bro. You've been over here in the Avs, right? You've been over here in the Avs in Inglewood, right? There's some nice houses over there.
Right.
Those people aren't necessarily rich, but they're far from poor.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
But
No,
to
no.
the rich, they is probably
No, but
poor.
let me explain.
Yeah.
No, but let me explain. A lot of people don't
What?
understand why there's no middle class. If you have to work, just listen to me. If you have to work, you're poor. That's really what it is. Because guess what? There's no income. If you're rich, income is gonna be there. That's why it's no middle class.
You made a solid point.
Yeah, look,
No, I'm just
look.
being 100.
I know.
I'm goat mouth like a motherfucker right
Yeah,
now. I
yeah.
did not say nothing about
All right,
that.
so let me go back to what I was talking about real quick. So now let me explain why I put. So think about that as a battle already before you even can love somebody and respect them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what does that demon tell you about a black? Like, what is that demon itself?
I think our
tell you about
generation
a lot
is
of
getting
black
away
people?
from that. For the most part.
You said our generation?
Yeah, the Section 8 and can't have a man in the household. I think our generation is getting away from that. Like, we all was raised on that type of shit. But I don't, there's not too many women doing that now.
Yeah, but let me just say this.
Because, I mean, we still are the only people, we still are the only race that our counterparts making more money than us.
Yeah,
So-
but let me go there real quick. So what the question was how important is a man's voice in a household, and does he have a voice? Black men cannot really have a voice in the household because they have to be considerate of a female's upbringing, emotion, before they can take themselves into accountability for it. A majority, not a lot, but the majority of them. We have to be walking on eggshells to understand how our women are. This is a good man. We have to. I'm talking about good men, not niggas, because niggas is different from good men. And I'm gonna explain that. Good men come into a household and try to understand women before they can actually put their emotions out there. Because guess what? I have to be open to what you've been through, what you need from me, and how I can contribute to this household before I can put my weight on you. Because guess what? Most black women say they have to be our back and our shoulders, and they have to hold us up. And good men don't come into households like that. We want to be there for you. But it's niggas who take advantage of y'all, and that's why y'all think that a lot of niggas don't give a fuck about y'all emotions, and that's why we have to come in saying our emotions don't matter. How are you feeling today?
But can I tell you how I think that happened? I think that also happens is
Speak
because-
your shit. How you know? I want to hear Holly say something because I just put a busload out there. I know some women listening like, what is he talking about?
Okay, when you say males don't have a voice, like
Males don't have a voice is what she just said. When I say
What-
males don't have a voice.
yeah, what do you like? Break
What
that down.
am I referring to?
Yeah.
So when I make that statement, I'm saying that a lot of black men have to come into households with black women and be more aware of their emotions than their own emotions. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because that's what you're gonna ask me next.
Nope.
That was something. What else? Were you
I was
gonna
gonna
ask me,
say, so you already setting the tone like you don't matter.
but
Because
that's,
if you walk into this, oh, I don't want to talk about my feelings or what have you, and just all about me, it's just like I don't like. Why would you walk into a situation like
I'm gonna
that?
tell you this. I said for black women.
That's actually deep.
Look, I'm gonna say for black women, I understand because she just posed the question. She said, "Why would I walk into a household caring more about the black female's emotions than my own emotions, right?
Cause you matter too.
Because I matter too, right?
Mhm.
Now I'm stating this question to
I
say.
think that's what we have to do as men.
Yeah, I'm stating this question. I'm stating this question for you to hear my answer. Why does a black man have to come into a relationship with a black woman, caring about her emotions more than he cares about his emotions? Because a black man doesn't run across a woman that understands him, and he has to understand her first so that he can find ways to communicate with her how to understand him. I hope y'all heard me out there. A black man has to communicate with a woman and get her emotions to understand who she is so that he can find ways to communicate who he is to her. Because black women sometimes assume that black men are strong. You get me?
Mhm.
And can I put it just in simplest form?
So we have to come in with that type of mindset because we want to be strong for you.
I feel like a lot of the times, part of the reason why that type of shit happens is because a lot of the things that women give a fuck about, we can never allow our brains. We can't even train our brains to give a fuck about that type of shit. So it's
Examples.
like we can't come
Like what?
come into a household or we can't come into the relationship with baggage. You feel what I'm saying?
Who can?
Women
We
do.
can't.
Women do, and they can.
Women
Because
can, but we can't.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Alright.
Because
I'm gonna give her examples.
it's always the man's job to fix the woman baggage, right?
Mm.
But if a man is coming with baggage, either they not gonna accept it or they just not gonna give a fuck about it and not pay attention to it.
Until it
I don't
starts,
think it's real women out there that's willing to work on a nigga and his baggage. We have to come to the table already prepared to set the table, or else they won't even fuck with us.
Message.
You get what I'm saying? We gotta come to the table already prepared to set the motherfucker, or they not gonna fuck with us.
Hey, we fucking
You
Holly
get what
up
I'm
tonight.
saying?
Y'all should see
Yeah.
her
But they
face.
don't. If they had to endure baggage on our end, I don't think they will fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Are
gonna
you
get
kidding me?
I'm gonna
Do you
get
know how many men get in situations with a ton of baggage, like a whole baggage claim? Like, what are you talking about? And women still like try to see them through and try to make them a better person.
But you want to know
Like,
what? But you want to know
what?
But you want to know what women usually
don't
take
know.
those men.
Women.
No, I'm gonna give you a great example because I love that you just stated that. She said that there are women out there that take men with baggage. So I'm
Yeah.
explaining to you the scenarios though. You want to know which men usually get women to take their baggage? Women that's their best friends, women that they work with, women that knows them. You want to know why?
Nah, that's real talk.
No. Let me explain why. Let me explain why this
You
is
just
important.
said some shit right there.
No, let me explain to you why that's important. That means that this individual has made you see another side of them that you only know. You don't know that side of your baggage,
So
though, right?
why wouldn't you
guess
be with
what?
a woman who brings that out of you?
No, but
Like,
hold
why
on. No,
wouldn't
but hold on. I'm explaining.
Why wouldn't that be your counterpart? Like,
but
why?
hold on. I'm explaining something. So guess what? When you met him on so guess what? So when you met him on that side,
Mhm.
you're not realizing that he has another side that you have never met. So when you hearing about all these things, you like, okay, let me see what it's about though. I want to help him, right?
Right.
Guess what you're doing? You're trying to change him.
How am I trying to change you?
Because you're trying to give him the support that he needs. But guess what? You can't help somebody that doesn't want to be helped. So guess what? You just put
Sure.
yourself in a scenario, in a situation that you already know was the outcome that can be an outcome.
Okay, so that you make a valid point. However, so if you know you're not trying to be changed or whatever, you're not ready for this situation, you're not ready for this woman, why even engage?
But guess what you just did? You opened the door by saying, I'm going to give him a chance, and he didn't even ask you for a chance.
We be thinking we could change people
He
sometimes.
didn't even ask
too.
you for a chance. You know what he's asking you for? Your time. And you know what your time leads to? Sex. And you know what sex leads to? He might be my man. So guess
Nah,
what?
but I
I'm
think
gonna
women.
help
But
you.
I think women need to hear this too, though. we be trying to change women sometimes.
I want to fight.
You don't want to hear
Nah,
it,
look,
but I'm being real.
My nigga just put me up over here, so I gotta say this louder. You know what I'm saying?
I'm being real though.
Nah, women need to hear this shit though.
against
We be
women.
thinking that we could change women sometime too. You get what I'm saying? We be thinking that, damn, okay, she ain't never had a real nigga in her life. Maybe if I show her what a real nigga is, she'll, you know what I'm saying, give me that same shit back. You get what I'm saying? And all the time it don't be like that. So it's like,
They fumble that.
yeah, we try to change people too. It's not just
We
women.
fumble or y'all
It's,
fumble?
yeah, women fumble that shit all the time. Because I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth. The reason why women fumble it, I'm gonna tell you the truth. The reason why women fumble it is because women know that it's a scarcity of good black men out
There you
here.
go.
But they treat black men like they just come dime a dozen. It's good. It's good women out here. It's good black women out
Definitely.
here. You get what I'm saying? They all over the place.
Come on.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like I don't feel like it's gonna be hard for a man of caliber to go out here and find a good black woman. It's gonna be hard for a black woman of caliber to go out here and find a black man that's a good man. You get what I'm saying? But then they act like it's not hard. They just act like you just come a dime a dozen, and it's like, if it don't work with you, I'm gonna go find another one. But you can spend 12 years looking for another situation like how you got now. I'm not gonna spend 12 years. Trust me. I'm gonna pop back out, and you gonna see some shit.
But you wanna know something too? A lot of black women that probably haven't been in a relationship for a minute, or in a situation right now where they are single. It's not their fault. The reason why it's occurring like that is because there are black men who actually know what they want, and it's just the idea of them going after what they want. So it's like a lot of black women know what kind of dude they like. They know what kind of dude they want. They might meet a nice dude, right? But guess what? They also know what they want.
And
so that's gonna leave both parties single.
And these women ain't been taught the right shit. Let's just talk about what it really is on God in heaven. These women ain't been taught the right shit, bro. And men, for the most part, I don't give a fuck how fucked up a nigga is. You get what I'm saying? You gotta look into his life.
Right.
But if you look at his relationship with his mom, and if he got a good relationship with his mom, more than likely you know that nigga's gonna treat you right. More than likely. I'm not saying you have exceptions to every rule.
Okay.
You have exceptions to every rule. But more than likely, you know that this nigga's gonna treat you right because we grow up loving the shit and loving the fuck out of our mothers. You get what I'm saying? The problem is these women is not being taught the right shit because they being taught by these so quote unquote independent women that's teaching you how to get out here and get it on your motherfucking own, and they feeding you a bunch of bullshit. So you grow up and then you feed that type of bullshit to your own life.
Well, I'm gonna give you a cheat code for women out there that's single. I'm gonna tell you how to get a man.
Give us a cheat code, because you're a single woman.
I'm gonna give you a cheat code. There's 3 things you should look for to make you know that you got a good man. The first thing is, as most women know, make sure that he is financially stable. When I say that, make sure he had a car. Make sure he does have somewhere that he's living. That's
Income, what are you talking about?
I'm just saying, make sure he has somewhere that he's living that's not bad. You know what I mean? Like, if he is living at home, does he have his own room in privacy? You get me? My whole thing is, my whole thing is privacy is all that matters when it comes down to you dating somebody, right? Because people always want to say, oh, he live with his mama. Okay, he live with his mama. Maybe his mom is never home, so he gonna take advantage of that financially. You can't judge somebody because they living at home, but at the same time, if you come to his house, y'all could live like y'all on vacation. If you can live at your nigga house like it's vacation, I don't see what's the big problem. That's just me though.
Go for that, bro.
No, they're not. They're not gonna go for
I
it.
wouldn't say that, but I feel like one of the most important things to dating is being able to take care of yourself. Like you said, like living with your mom's okay, whatever. But if you don't have an income to where you can take care of yourself,
And that's what I'm.
how are you gonna take care of us?
But that's
or
what-
not. I don't want to say take care of us, but
No, you was
how
right.
are you gonna
No, you was right
How
because
you gonna
you was right because that's what women expect.
She
But
said
not, but
it.
listen,
That's what women
my
expect.
thing
She
is
said
like,
take care of
no,
us.
my thing is this, like, if we're dating, like, the courtmanship is, like, key, right? Like, you have to take the shit.
If we're dating, they gotta be mutual. We gotta bring
Yeah,
the
for
same
sure.
energy
So, like, just like I'm gonna give to you, pour into you, you gotta pour into me back. So, if you don't have no
But
job
just make
or
sure it don't
nothing,
stop.
Yeah, but
of
hold
course.
on. This is what I mean by what I'm saying, because I don't want nobody to get it mixed up and say that, oh, he's just a nigga living at home. Because this is what I'm trying to get to. If a woman is living at home, nobody questions it.
Nobody
Work at
questions it.
McDonald's,
No,
she
but I'm
If
being
you work at McDonald's, she broke.
Yeah, but I'm
No, it's just the real
no,
though.
hold on, I'm only stating facts. if a woman lives at home, nobody questions it because that man is supposed to have his own, right?
She waiting for her one.
All I'm trying to say is most men that you talk to, because most men that have the opportunity to move out their house do move out their house.
Mm-hmm.
But if you talk to a man and you start to see what kind of man he is, you understand why he's home. There's two reasons why a man would be home. Either he's not on his feet, which is something you're going to say, okay, I get an answer for that, now I don't need to fuck with this nigga. Or secondly, he's trying to get himself on his feet. Because that means that he has no idea that he needs to actually maybe move right now because he has the funds, but he needs to make more money. Because there's some people that's privileged, right? There's some people that's privileged. They're home, they're comfortable. So guess what? You have to have that conversation with him like, hey, I know you home, but maybe you should move into your own place. Like, you got bread, you got this, let's do this. But guess what you're doing? You're motivating this individual to do more.
Is that wrong?
No, it's not
Or
wrong.
it's just a lot of shit that a motherfucker's just not gonna be able to mentally understand. So like, I've always been having my own spot. You get what I'm saying? But when I split from my baby mama, we had a house. You get what I'm saying? And I actually had to move back here. I had to move with my sister.
See, that's my fiance know.
For a little bit, I had to live here until I got my own spot. You get what I'm saying?
Look, my fiance said he don't have to have a car. He can Uber. And if he stays at home, just give me a reason. I'm going to understand, basically. Because she said if he's at home for a reason, that's awesome.
I see why you engaged.
Yeah, but my whole thing is...
It wasn't the
I see why you
engaged.
Makes sense.
Literally, no woman in the world is getting ready to get on there and say that shit that she said. Look, nigga, give me some now.
But I'm saying...
My thing is not that you're at home or you're carless. Is are you able to take care of yourself? Because if you're not able to take care of yourself, you have no business dating anyone.
Facts.
That's true.
Facts.
Yeah, but that's true. But what I'm trying to tell you in that scenario, because we just talked about it, if you're meeting somebody in that scenario and you're their friend and you cross over to being in a relationship with that person, your expectations is your expectations, not his expectations. So you're fucking up that scenario automatically by having expectations for somebody that you see something in. But guess what you're doing? You're crossing over and saying, you know what, now I see who you really are. So I'm going to change you. Niggas don't want to change.
But they need to change.
They need to change.
It's necessary.
But they need to change.
But let's go ahead
change is necessary.
But look, that's a conversation that we can continue on and on. Let's go into the conversation.
Sure, really, I'm hungry.
Can a relationship go back to exactly how it was after your partner cheats? I'm gonna say this plain and simple.
No.
It depends on the love. Nobody wants to hear that, but I'm gonna be realistic.
Yeah,
It depends on the love.
hear that. What the fuck do you mean?
Yeah.
What do I mean?
Look,
It depends on
what love, nigga.
It
She
depends
just
on-
cheated.
No,
You
no.
gave her another way.
Hold on,
To her.
I'm gonna be 100. I'm gonna be 100. I went through marriage counseling.
That's
I've been
good.
going through a lot of, I guess you can say readings on behavior, why people do the stuff they do.
Yeah.
Sometimes your spouse have a reason to cheat on you. Nobody wants to hear that though.
I agree.
And I'm not going into the mindset of saying, oh, you cheated on me, fuck you, bitch, I've been doing it. No, I'm going into the mindset of saying, we're talking about real cheating. People have a reason for cheating. Nobody wants to believe that.
What's a valid
it's the
reason
truth.
to cheat?
Separation.
Separation?
Separation,
Okay.
but okay, let me give you a valid reason.
Yeah.
Let me give you a valid reason. But I'm not this person, because it's a question on here that I'm gonna answer later.
Yeah.
This is a valid reason. If you continue to communicate with your spouse what you want, and
Well,
they are not bringing that to the table, right? But guess what? But guess what? The biggest thing on the table is too that makes you.
But
not
you know what
wanna
they
break
gonna
up.
say? Why you just didn't break up?
Now I'm explaining. This is the biggest reason why you're not breaking up with that person. If I cheat,
Where am I going?
where am I gonna go? Cause all I want is some pussy.
Mm.
That's all I want. It don't matter. Nothing else. It could be okay. Everything else is good, but guess what? I'm only cheating
That nigga
because
crazy.
no. I'm
Nah, I'm
being. We're in the Black Barbershop. I'm being realistic. This is what black men and men think sometimes.
This is what y'all be thinking? That's what y'all be talking about?
Because look. Okay, you're coming home. Let's talk about a real household. You're coming home. Maybe you're not cooking. Maybe you're not talking to me, and I'm not having sex. And I go to work. I meet somebody that giving me the conversation I need. Somebody inviting me out to go out. Guess what? When I'm going out, you don't even care. Because for the most part, when I text you, you just don't answer.
Because she cheating too. But
That's what I said to
Maybe. But my whole thing about that is, guess what happens? I really don't want to leave this relationship. I just want her to hear. I just want her to hear me.
The thing is this, bro, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this because I just had like I just had like a feeling come over me last night. I was chilling with my daughter, right?
Yeah, the Holy Spirit.
That was just
I was chilling with my daughter, and just after a whole day of just getting on her ass, being on her case. She 2 years old. Just, you know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking like, damn, no matter what I do, no matter how I come at her, she always gonna come right back and show me the same love. You get what I'm saying? And it kind of fucked with me, bro, because it's like, what people don't realize is when you get in a relationship, that's the hardest work that you're gonna do. Because you have to consistently wake your ass up in the morning and perform. Because if you don't, then guess what? You might be relationshipless. It is very possible you're not gonna get that kind of love that you get from your daughter or your fucking dog from your mate.
Damn.
You're not gonna get it, bro. If you don't wake up and perform, you might be by yourself. It's very possible. Like, and at this day and age, very possible is more like 90% possible. If you don't wake your ass up and perform, you're gonna be by yourself.
Now I hear you on that. That's true. But what I'm gonna say about this too, the only reason why a relationship wouldn't be the same if you got cheated on is if you put it in 100%. That's the only reason it's not gonna be the same. And the reason why is because you know your worth. But now when I come to the conclusion of both of y'all putting 50% in, and it comes down to something as simple as cheating with sexual needs, or it comes to you cheating mentally because you're not receiving what you're at home, you can always build on that. Because I'm gonna be realistic. Nobody wants to hear it. I'm a black man. They say shit all the time that's I don't agree with, so he might not agree with me on this time. God forbid anything ever happen.
I'm not.
Yeah, you're not gonna.
No,
Look, God forbid anything ever happen. If I was to be in a scenario where my woman cheated on me, and I'm being realistic, I'm talking about her character, who she is, I would have to forgive her if I found out why. Because if I'm knowing that I can't. I'm being as 100 as I can be. Anybody can be mad, whatever they want to say. I'm being realistic.
Yeah.
First of all, you're the mother. First of all, you're the mother of my child. Secondly, I know who you really are because I live with you the majority of the time that we've been in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. And thirdly, this is the biggest thing that you got to remember. Nobody's perfect.
Let me start.
Nobody's perfect.
Let me start because I got some shit to say.
Nobody's perfect, bro.
Nobody's perfect. Let me start because I got some shit to say. Okay, when you in a relationship, bro.
Yeah.
And this is my whole thing. I think that's where the communication comes in at, right?
Yeah.
I feel like you should be able, whatever your issue is, you should be able to communicate that with the person that you're with the person that you're in a relationship with. You should be able to communicate that.
I agree.
So before it even get to the part where you start cheating, I feel like you should at least be able to communicate your concerns and your problems with your mate. Now, I do agree with one thing that you said. You did say that if you constantly keep bringing your feelings and how you feel to the table,
right,
and your mate is just overlooking them and not paying attention to nothing you're saying,
right,
then I'm not going to say that give you the pass to cheat, but she has to know or he has to know that you're opening the door for that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's
because nobody want to be in a relationship.
Okay, so let's get there.
Where they not being heard.
So let's get there because I thought you lost me right there. Let me get there. So now you just explained to me a perfect scenario. Let's say that my woman's coming to me telling me that she wants this, she wants that, right? These could be her strong passions. These could be things that she really wants, right? Mm-hmm. But guess what I'm doing? I'm toned out because who knows? I might be working. I might be trying to create. Who knows? I might be in a different world. I'm just saying my mentality is, oh yeah, that's cool, but I'm just somewhere else, right? Now, let's say that the scenario comes down to where, who knows, I might slip up on some flowers that's at the door. I don't know, I'm just saying some simple shit. It might be some flowers at the door. I'm like, who the fuck's sending my girl flowers, right? I'll read some shit, so now I'm suspicious. I go through her phone, I see some shit, right? My whole thing is, this ain't got nothing to do with her having sex, though. First, I'm just gonna say this first. I don't even know she having sex. That's where I'm thinking to, though. That's my mentality, right?
Yeah, because that's where it started.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's where I'm at. Mm-hmm. So guess what? I approach her and I tell her, who the fuck is this? Mm-hmm. And she says, oh, that's just a dude that's been entertaining me. This is her communicating with me, telling me what's been going on. And I get out of all this conversation is, you've been talking to another nigga. That's all I hear. She's telling me everything that's happening, but that's all I hear, right? My whole thing is, I'm going to ask her this. Why are you cheating on me? What am I doing wrong? Guess what she's going to say to me? I'm only saying it to say this is where I would be accepting to the situation. I told you what you've been lacking and you ain't been doing this, you ain't been doing that. So guess what? My mind expands more to say, damn, I'm really not doing what she asking me. So how can I be, no, I'm being realistic. How can I really be mad that a temptation took over her and I'm not even fulfilling her needs that she's asking me for right here?
This is deep.
So now I have to be understanding. I'm talking
That's
talking as a grown man.
What narcissism? That's narcissism.
What's going on?
Hey, but hold on. I'm talking as a grown
That's some
man.
shit Future would have said.
Yeah, oh God.
But for real, like you just said, if she's constantly telling you this is that, and you're just doing the opposite,
Oh God.
what do you expect?
But I'm saying I'm being realistic. This is me, right? This is how I think now because I've been through so much and I'm listening to what women really want.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting there like, damn, I really can't be mad. So guess what's the next step for me? And then if this step doesn't work, I'm leaving. How can I fix this? Because guess what? It's really on me. It's not on you. I can be as mad as I want, bro, but it's really not on me. Nobody wants to hear this though.
And then I think that's where my situation is different because I feel like once they get to that point and they start entertaining and the flowers is coming,
They already gone.
they already gone. You get what I'm saying?
And I hear
And so
I hear
you just caught it. You just caught it at that time. So it's like you don't even know if they having sex, but that's eventually gonna lead to sex. You get what I'm saying? The question is, can it go back to how it was? And for me, it can't. And because I've been in that situation, I feel like I would never be able to be comfortable in my own skin in this relationship.
But it depends on how secure you are, because now this is where I come into saying, this is where my mind thinks different. If I know that you cheated with somebody and I know that you're asking me of me what I can do for you, I'm giving you the same benefit of the doubt that a lot of women are giving men. Because guess what men are usually doing? Cheating and getting accepted back.
But this the thing.
And guess
Okay.
what? You expect your woman to treat you the same
This
way
the
that
thing,
you're supposed
though.
to be treated.
This the
It's
thing.
not
This-
better.
So
This
guess
the
what?
thing,
I'm
though.
trying to treat a woman the same way that she would treat me if
But
I did
this
the
the
same
thing.
thing to her.
This the thing though, bro.
A woman that I respect and love and have my children. That's me being
If you catch
realistic.
a man cheating and you ask him why did he cheat, and he give you the answer, on a scale from 1 to 10, how do you think that answer? How much of that answer do you think is the truth? And this,
But my
and this,
fiance,
but this
my
what I
fiance
mean.
listening. My
No,
fiance
but this,
listening.
no, but this is what I mean about how secure you can be. You can only, bro, you can only be so secure. Can't no nigga in this world tell me that if they catch that girl cheating or that girl entertaining another nigga, you're gonna be secure in that moment.
Y'all are leaving.
It's no,
Black
No, but
eyes.
listen to what my
it's no,
fiance just said.
it's no secure.
No,
It's
but
no,
listen to my
it's nothing
fiance-
secure about that moment.
But listen to what my fiance just said. She just said something that she know me so well. She said some real shit. It's up to you if you want to save it or not. It's up to me. So that's what brings my security back from me.
So
it's
was
up
it?
to me.
So my thing is this:
if it's worth it or not, it's
when
up to
she
me.
came to you and she was telling you
But
shit.
why did the
Let me
word
say this.
change?
Let me say this. Let me say this. When she came to you and she was telling you what she want and what she desired, and she felt like you wasn't hearing her,
Right.
it wasn't up to her to save the shit before she went and cheated. But now that she made the decision to cheat, it's up to you if you want to save it. That's not fair, bro. She should have made up her mind whether she wanted to save it or not before she did the act.
It ain't even Sunday.
Okay,
Come
but
on
hear
to
me out.
work.
Hear me out, because I got to come
I
back.
already know it. I've been
Hear me out. Hear me out, because I got to come back. Hear me out.
Come on.
Hear me out, because I got to come back on that. If my woman cheats on me, right? Guess who's in power? And I'm speaking from a real...
Her.
No.
You're not in power, bro.
No, that's where our
So
mentality
what is
changed.
empower me? Because
That's
I
where-
don't see
that's
how
where I'm
you're-
in-
No. I'm gonna tell you how the mentality changes. I'm gonna tell you how the mentality
Because I didn't
changes.
even finish, but go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. Go. Go ahead.
First of all, my mentality is way different from other men, maybe. I'm only saying this to say, it's up to me now because guess what? I can put you on a pedestal of being worth or not worth it because of my confidence. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're worth it, like you, it's like the I love you, she loves me, she doesn't love me type of rose petal taken off of a rose. I usually do the compare and contrast because I'm in a different scenario and I'm different mentality in life. I have children, I have a family. Is this really worth it? I can't sit here and say it's not worth it if I know it's worth it. Let's be realistic. How many times have you broke up with somebody and still want to talk to them?
Every time.
But guess what? Guess what makes you go to that person?
Cheating involved.
But guess what makes you go back to that person if it's worth it? How that person made you feel rather than how you feel right
It
now.
could be sex.
It could be sex too, but my whole thing is that
But if
person
if she made somebody else feel that way, it's nothing special about
Ain't
you.
nothing special.
I don't know, man. We gonna agree to disagree on this one because my whole thing about this is when men cheat, and I'm being realistic. When men cheat, they see it as okay. He just put his dick in something, but he want to come back home. Guess what? Some women just want to be heard.
But that's their
And
fault if that's how they
worse.
see it.
But I think
Because
that's
that
worse
ain't
for
what
a
it
woman.
is.
Some
To
women
see,
just want to be
like,
heard.
Yeah, emotionally, that's way worse for a woman.
Some women just want to be heard. That's what I'm saying. You be surprised if you have kids.
Make yourself be heard. I mean, how hard is it if you living with somebody? Like,
But
I don't think it's hard to get a nigga attention that you in his fucking face all the time.
Yeah, but
make
men
the
don't try
nigga
to
listen.
Yeah, but men.
Some of them
Yeah,
want to be heard. Some of them want the same shit we be on.
Nah, but hold on. I'm gonna tell you something about black men, and I mean y'all might not like this. I'm gonna be realistic because black men don't want to hear this.
And black men don't cheat.
No,
Black men don't cheat.
no. Let me tell you something about black men.
Women
no,
don't cheat.
No, let me tell you something.
Everybody cheat.
Hey, but hold on. Let me tell you something about black men that need to change, and I'm being realistic here. You have to start putting women in the same avenues that you put yourself in. You got to put yourself in the same avenues you put yourself in, because sometimes women deserve that same type of energy that you're out there putting out there saying, I want this, I want that. A lot of men automatically assume that women are going to just say, okay, I'm going to accept you, right? So guess what? If I'm coming into a relationship and I cheat, you know what? She's going to forgive me. But guess what? Why did I cheat? I might not have a reason. Most black men cheat for no reason. I don't know black women there are black women that cheat. But I don't know black women that cheat for no reason, bro. But we have the strongest women in the world, bro.
But me being at the age that I am, I don't expect nobody to stay with me if I cheat with them. I'm not saying in my head that if I get caught for cheating,
you putting yourself in a fleeing situation. I'm putting myself in a marital situation. Why would I leave my family for a one-night stand that I can fix with my wife to understand why she cheated on me? If my wife is willing to communicate to me why she cheated on me, this is worth saving. If she cheated on me and she's really throwing it in my face like, nigga, you ain't shit, and it was what it was, then obviously the situation is what it is. That's why I said I have the power to make this situation go the way it needs to go. Because guess what? That was sex, but guess what's going to happen with that sex? You're going to always be seen as that person that had sex with that person. What you're saying, guess what I'm saying? You had sex with somebody that didn't mean nothing to you because I'm a grown-up. I believe in myself. I'm way more important than he is. That's how I think about it.
But like I said, when it
you a single bitch out there, I don't need you.
When it come down to men, I feel like it's totally different. But if a woman go and lay down and have sex with somebody outside of their relationship or outside of their marriage, then I think it's a whole lot of shit other than whether you really work it out that need to be taken into question. You need to start questioning
outside of marital. I agree with you. I'm just giving a different perspective.
I just feel like y'all put women on these pedestals like we can't do X,
so maybe we need to stop. Maybe we need to start treating women like gum on the ground.
Definitely don't treat us like scum.
Maybe because we do put women on the pedestal, but we always get attacked for that.
Like we are human beings too. Like how y'all fall short, how black men supposedly don't cheat, but they do. They step out in their relationship, but it's a possibility. Like I just said, like a woman can too. Like. So
right.
when she does do that, you gotta be willing to hear her out and understand why she did what she did.
Do you know how hard that work is? They not willing to put in that work to make the shit happen.
For sure.
They want to just say, "Oh, baby, I want to be back with you. I'm not gonna do that no more," and then leave things like it is.
Mm-hmm.
See,
you know what I'm saying? Most of the time, they're not willing to even put in that work to make it work.
Yeah, but you want to know something. But you want to know something. When you in a scenario. When you in a scenario where that doesn't involve, like, you don't have a real relationship, like, let's just say you dated somebody and it's not like a relationship, like it's hardcore, like I'm gonna be with you for the rest of my life, then yeah, that don't mean nothing to me. But if it come down to us being in a relationship, like my feelings is all the way in, your feelings is supposed to be all the way in, I'm gonna feel some type of way. I'm being realistic to let y'all know that I do understand what y'all. No, I do. Yeah, but I do understand what y'all saying. My whole thing is from a marital point of view, though. Shit change. That's why I'm saying the stuff that I'm saying for people to listen to me. Like women that are in a relationship with you and they end up marrying you, like it's gonna be very rare that she cheat on you. If she cheat on you, it's your fault, bro.
You feel?
It's your fault. That's just me. That's just me being honest, though. But nobody wanna hear that. If a woman really wants to be with you for the rest of your life and she marries you, bro, do you really think she's gonna cheat on you?
She gonna jeopardize that?
I mean,
it happens, but I'm just saying.
It depends on the situation, man.
It depends on the situation, but I'm only coming from a standpoint.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, that shit don't put no chastity belt on nothing, bro.
I feel like it's some communication and that shit.
Married woman be cheating.
People get married for different reasons.
Yeah, people do get married. And I just read some shit today. I just read some shit today. It say marriage is not really about being in love or romance, bro. It's about duty.
Yeah.
It's about you pledging the duty to each other. So so if you are already coming into the situation where it's like really I'm not really like head over heels. I'm not really all the way that in love. It's just like this is just the person that I want to do life with. You get what I'm saying?
Do life.
I feel like if you decide that from jump, then yeah, things can happen. Things can happen. But like I said, relationships and even marriage, it's a continuous job, bro. It's the hardest job that you're going to ever have because, like I said, you have to wake up and you have to recommit yourself to that person every day. Every day. And if you slack, then guess what? I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody that I feel like if I slack, you're going to go off and start seeking entertainment from somebody else.
Yeah.
And you just showed that you do that. You just showed that because I just caught you cheating.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And so for me, it will be a no because I already been through this before, and I just seen how it went for me. Now you have people in this world that have had cheating and infidelities in their relationship, and they made it out, and it ended up being good. But just for me, I know how my mind works. I know how my brain works. I wouldn't be able to be in that situation no more. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at this situation in a totally different light. Like, I had a girl that I was fucking with. I wasn't even in a relationship with her.
And this goes to our same question. Have you ever been cheated on?
She ended up smashing one of my homies.
See?
She ended up smashing one of my partners.
It happens.
And I knew about it. But I act like I didn't know.
That's what LA niggas do.
She took me to dinner
So
and
wait, who are
everything.
you more mad at? Your homie or your girl?
I'm never gonna be mad at the homie.
Oh, okay. That's
Like I said, she wasn't my girl.
Ooh.
She wasn't my girl. She wasn't my girl. And then now that I think about it, this wasn't even really my homie like that. This was my it was my homie. It was an associate. You get what I'm saying? So the whole time I act like I didn't know. I let her apologize. I let her cry in my face and everything, and I act like I was distressed and everything. Like
Wait, how did you find out she just told you?
her friend told me.
Oh, jeez.
So
It's always the friend that
I act like I was.
Mine's told me.
I act like I was distressed and everything, right? And then when she told me, I was just like, wow. And then from that day forward, I made up in my mind. I said, look, I can do two things. I can hold on to this situation and I can use her for what I want to use her for, or I can let him have her.
That's deep, because that was my scenario.
I didn't want to let him have her.
That was my scenario.
I said, so from this day forward, I'm going to use you like I never used nobody
You
before.
turn into a pimp.
Hey,
hold on, Ace. I got a question.
Nah.
I got a question.
Let
for
me
you.
say something.
I got a question for you.
She is a major reason why I'm in the position that I am now. She paid my barber school.
I got a question for you. Did you have a daddy? Did you have a daddy in your life?
I never had a dad in my
Who
life.
did you turn to when this was going on? Yourself?
Probably the homies.
I turned to myself and the homies too. That's crazy that you
Probably
said
the
that.
homies.
What, just
So-
a pimp?
No, just getting cheated on. So let me explain to you what happened to me. I had two.
Oh, I've been cheated on by an actual girl though, like
Yeah.
my girl.
But look,
That's a different story.
Yeah, but you already talking. You already talk about that.
Yeah,
You talk about that all the time.
I'm from LA.
Nah, but look, I
A lot of
got two scenarios like
A lot of
that.
them like that.
So my first scenario was my high school girlfriend. She cheated on me. She came to school with hickeys on her neck, and prom was 2 days.
And you was texting her?
Let me explain. I found out. I said, "What the fuck?" Called the nigga up. Nigga was the nigga that she was talking to because I ended up getting his little number or whatever. I'm like, all I wanted to know was if he was smacking. That was all. I didn't call him to press him or nothing. I'm like, hey bro, you know so and so? He like, yeah. I'm like, hey, you been smacking? He like, yeah. I'm like, all right, for sure, bro. That's cool. I'm gonna holler at you later. I'm at the phone. That's really how the conversation
But
went,
it
right?
really wasn't cool.
It wasn't cool, right? So look, we went to prom. Everything was cool.
Yeah.
Let her go. I let her go. I said, I already paid for a ticket, all that. Let it go. Anyway, that was my first scenario. I was crushed.
You was crushed.
Crushed.
You was crushed.
After prom, I was crushed, right?
You was crushed.
Crushed. I never shared this story. I was crushed. I went through some psychological issues that week. Didn't eat. Didn't sleep good. Nigga had butterflies. I was rolling over. Y'all remember y'all first heartbreak, right? So look, I was
sick.
Hey, I was sick,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So look, the next week, I swear to God, the homies brought me to a kickback and I met another girl, right? That's how you usually get over the slump at that age.
Yeah.
That's
Met a girl,
That's
right?
how you get over
I
something all that.
said, oh, this is cool. Like, everything was smooth. I met a new one. She was bad. I'm like, all right. Guess what? The homie was smacking. I said, damn, man, but she wasn't my girl, right? This was the next 2 weeks. I said, what's going on, God?
She was a hoe for sure.
Look, I said, God, what's going on?
Holly got a headache.
Look,
I do, actually.
I said, God, what's going on? So guess how I dealt with that scenario?
What's up?
You smacked.
Until this day, I did what you said. I'm gonna only use her for what she's good for. And I'm gonna find me a girl one day that's pure and doesn't do the stuff that you did to me. And ever since then, that's been my mentality. So that's the sickest shit.
You gotta be like that,
you gotta let every bad situation has to be a driving force in your
Hey,
life.
but hold on, I was sick.
Still
Y'all got me going. I was sick that week, boy. That was my first heartbreak. Do you understand? Bro, I was so sick that I think I threw my sidekick, bro. You know how bad you have to be mad to throw your sidekick,
Hey,
bro?
I'm mad at the phone call.
Anyway, I'm over it now. Let's
I've been cheated on by a real girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? And it was bad.
It was bad.
The
really
fucked up
bad.
part about it is the day I found out, I was taking her to a Kanye West concert.
Ooh.
We was going to the Glow in the Dark tour down here at the Nokia
That's
Theater.
really expensive.
And I had went to go get the tickets. I had bounced to go get the tickets. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't when I found out. I actually found out at an abortion clinic.
Wait a minute.
Because you know when girls go to the back to get the abortion, they can't take their purse or no phone back there with them.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta leave your phone and your purse and all your belongings with the person that you came with.
I don't know, but
And right.
I got all my kids.
That was my first and my only time at an abortion
look, I
clinic.
got all my kids.
Right. Nah,
You
yeah,
never seen the back to the Lord?
That's a whole different conversation.
yeah,
bro.
that's real nigga shit. But yeah, she couldn't take none of her shit in the back, and
Wait,
she
hold on,
left.
Boomer, you know?
Nah,
Okay,
that's my bad.
You never been to an abortion clinic?
Nah, I haven't.
Maybe y'all feel like
He just don't go.
Nah, we don't go with him.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
you
he just don't go.
Oh, okay,
He
yeah.
let them drive home too.
Nah, but let me tell you the sickest shit. Let me tell you the sickest shit. After I went through her phone, bro, guess what? I was getting ready to leave her ass there. We drove her car. I said,
Why'd you go through her phone?
I called my mom. I said,
Wait.
He learned now.
Why did you go through her
He
That's
phone?
the coldest shit. He got that voice.
Because he had
in
suspicion.
Because a voice in my head said,
Yo,
Ace,
he doing something
look,
wrong.
No.
A voice in my
you
head.
go through somebody's phone?
I swear to God, a voice in my head said, Ace, don't go through that phone.
But you did anyway.
And I said, yeah, that's confirmation. Because like I said, I had knew and I had felt that something was wrong.
Yeah.
Our relationship wasn't the same, so I already had my suspicions. So it's like, you left the phone out here with me, and I know you about to be back there for a long time, so this is my opportunity to find out what the fuck is really
you
going on.
rightfully went through it, though.
Yeah, I rightfully went through it.
He found out what he needed to find out. He was avoiding the pregnancy.
Somebody's phone.
See, you're not understanding the dynamics of the situation. We're at an abortion clinic. I already told you things weren't right.
Yeah.
So I have to know what the fuck is going on.
You feel me?
Okay, so I guess you using a scenario to where it was just, I don't know what's really going on.
I don't know what's going on.
And that voice in your head made
And
you
that
just
voice
say,
in my head said, Ace, don't go through the phone. And that was confirmation for me to go through it.
But look, this is my thing though. This my whole thing about that scenario. When you found out, I'm talking about feelings wise. When you found out that happened to you, where did your whole mentality go for the relationship? Was you already out of it? Like you didn't want to be with her no more? Or did you want to ask questions to find out why?
Nah, I still wanted to be with her.
Okay.
Not in that moment, because in that moment I thought I was gonna kill her. I called moms and I said, I'm about to kill this bitch. I still to this day don't cuss in front of my moms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I have that much respect for my mom. But when I called her, I was on some blackout shit. I said, Mom, I'm getting ready to kill this bitch. This is what I said. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I thought I was really getting ready to kill her. But after the fact, of course, you know, I still wanted to be with her. I still wanted to be with her.
Love is blind.
That's so.
Well, I ain't never been through a phone because I probably would have been in Pelican Bay.
Let me tell you something about the phone, man.
I'm being 100 because
Let me tell you something about the phone.
I couldn't deal. I'm being
Don't
realistic.
do it.
No, but hold on, I'm being realistic. I've learned from an early age to never go through a woman's phone, and I haven't even learned this from my dad. I've learned never to go through a woman's phone because just in general, you're gonna find what you're looking for. Whenever you go looking for what you want to find, you're going to find it. So when I found that out at a younger age, I said I'm never gonna do it because you want to know something. If I have suspicions, I'm gonna talk to you about it. And guess what? I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. And what's done in the dark is going to come to light, right? So I'm a firm believer in that because guess what it's also going to do? It's going to expose you more because most people that get caught in something because you're digging, they're going to deny everything. So you're never going to find out what really happened. That's going to fuck with you throughout your life.
I had seen enough
Yeah,
Let me just say that.
I'm not trying to see all that.
The
So
truth is ugly.
Yeah.
The truth is an ugly truth.
So a question that you asked is important to me that I think is cool. Why do you think people cheat? For men, it look like it's just a sport, or is it just a continuous act of both parts? We got a few minutes left, right? We got a few minutes left, and then we're gonna go into takeaway because we almost got, we literally have a few minutes left. I'm gonna answer that real quick. I think that men do cheat for the idea of having the trophy, but I do personally believe that when a man grows up, he's not gonna cheat. He's gonna end a relationship. That's just my perspective.
I believe that too, bro. I believe that everything that's done immaturely is done with an immature mind.
Right.
And when your mind turns mature, you don't participate in that type of shit.
You don't.
You get what I'm saying? And so, everybody is human, everybody is prone to mistakes, but it's some mistakes that you shouldn't let happen.
And have you ever cheated on a partner? No. That's my question. No. I've actually called
Technically
to break up with somebody before I was assumed to cheat.
But did you break up with them because you wanted to cheat?
Yeah.
So you cheated.
Yeah, but guess what? I was only 19, so that's not cheating.
Right.
And guess what? We wasn't girlfriend boyfriend. We was dating. But guess what? How I broke up with her? I said, man, I just don't think this is working out. Which it was good. I think it was good. It wasn't because she wasn't really my girlfriend. I just don't think it was working out. And I knew that I had something lined up. So
you got some other shit that you probably felt was gonna work out.
And guess what? I was immature, but I did that.
Yeah, it was immature.
We answered a real question.
I've cheated before, and it was just based off of the strength that I didn't feel it was no nothing to our relationship. I felt like we had fell off. I had felt the disinterest from my girl. She wasn't really interested in me no more, obviously, because she was dipped off doing other things. And I needed something to occupy my time. So, yeah, I did that.
Man, my girl talking about starting a book club and some more shit right now.
Oh.
She said I should start a book club.
For what?
She said y'all should read Outwitting the Devil.
What? No, I'm just playing.
I'm a listen to the digital version, babe. I don't read no more. I'm out of school now.
Yeah, that read the shit. Reading is not fundamental.
But nah, everybody out there read. All right, so closing out the conversation for tonight, takeaways. What would you have people take away from this conversation?
Basically just remain true to yourself. I feel like me and my partners, we used to say some shit called know yourself all the time. Like, know yourself. And that can mean a multitude of things, but I feel like if you know yourself and you know what you can stand for or what you're going to go for and what you're not going to go for, I feel like even though you haven't been through it before, Holly, you can say that there's some shit that you're not going to go for.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Even though you haven't been through it. You get what I'm saying? I just feel like you got to know yourself. You got to know the person that you're dealing with, which is yourself. And just stand on your beliefs. Stand firm on what you say. Stand behind your words. Make your words have meaning. Because when you make your words have meaning, that's when respect follows. You don't get no respect when your words don't hold value.
Put some respect on my name. What I'm going to say is, my takeaway is, God is good all the time. All the time, God is good.
Amen.
But nah, real shit. I personally feel like communication is key. And I feel like if you know your partner, then that bond that you have with them will allow you to access a different part of you to tap into forgiveness. And I know people don't want to hear that. But when you know somebody, you know their core, you know their heart, you tap into forgiveness automatically because you know that person and who they are. If you're dealing with somebody that you really don't know, you're dealing with somebody that from the get-go, like I said, it's just a little relationship. Of course, break up with them. It's no mean to it. But if somebody means something to you, you got to put the work in and make it work. That's just me. And
I got another takeaway.
Go ahead.
God forgives, I don't.
Oh, okay.
That's deep. And I'm going to say,
Drop the mic on his ass.
Tuesday. Thank y'all for tuning into the Black Barbershop.